Okay, so this is S0L3R's jungle tier list and metagame post thing that I'm posting. Obviously not commenting this. So have fun.
Hello everyone, this is Solar from Pandemic Gaming. I'm their jungler, and today I thought I'd talk about some of the junglers in today's meta and what they bring to a game and how viable they are and so forth. This is going to be based on arranged, not really solo queue. The junglers actually change, like some excel at solo queue, as like Shaco or even Trendamere, but they actually suck in competitive play. I have my towers over here. Wait, give me a sec. Okay, there we go. Okay, sorry for that. RCT boy interrupted me there. So anyways, I have my tower over here. I'll discuss this later after I'm done discussing the champions themselves.
Hello everyone.
This is Solar from Gaming. Okay. So, we're going to begin right here with Alistar. Alistar actually can jungle, surprisingly. He's an okay jungler. What really allows him to jungle is his passive and his healing. He's a kind of slow but not really slow. Although he really excels as being the support tanky bot lane. So he doesn't really excel in the jungle, but there has been people playing him in the jungle, say China from IAM. They were playing an Alistar a couple games in the jungle, and they done quite well. So he can jungle, it's just not really viable as far as I know in the current metagame. He can level 2 gank with Pulverize. That's one strong pro of him. The other cons being he's better at other stuff. Actually wrote out the list of all the junglers that I jungle as and can jungle, and we'll discuss it. It's quite long. I didn't expect for it to be this long. Our second one's going to be a Mumu. Mumu has always been a strong pick for jungling as far as a jungling tank. He is viable, really viable in competitive play, although he's mostly banned, especially by the Europeans. The only thing that keeps him out of tier 1, if you can see here, he's actually in tier 2, is he's so weak in jungle. Easily invaded, cannot fight back, bad duelist. Lee Sin can come in, Shaco can come in, Nunu can even come in. I mean, he just sucks in the jungle. Really, the only reason to pick a Mumu for your team is for his AoE ultimate. It's basically the only reason you'd want him. If you're running an AoE comp, just take his blue, and he's so crippled. Like, I hate playing as a Mumu. Just because if somebody comes in my jungle and counter jungles me, I'm just shut down. So, he's a viable pick, but not tier 1 worthy. Onto our next jungler is actually Cho'Gath. A lot of people don't know that Cho'Gath can actually jungle, and is actually a pretty good jungler. The only problem with his jungling is two reasons. He sucks at ganking, and he's a better laner. He's a better solo top than he is a jungler. Some pros of him as a jungler is he's got, like, at level 6, just superior buff control. You can do dragon really early and securely. 1,000 damage smite is just crazy. Combined with you already having smite, so you got like 1,500 true damage to deal on a monster. He's also very versatile in the jungle. He's like Warwick to a sense. He can start anywhere. He can do anything. Start with any builds, any runes. You can even jungle him without runes. So he's a pretty good jungler overall. So that's why I'm gonna put him in. I put him in tier 3. He's just not really. There's people who does his job better, and he does other people's jobs better as far as solo top. So the next jungler, actually Dr. Mundo can jungle. These two can actually jungle, but they suck at it. Is Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks is I think of Fiddlesticks as a Momo. He's not really weak in jungle. He's a really good duelist. To certain people, like Lee Sin, I wouldn't really duel with him. But he's quite scary to invade. But yeah, he's scarier than a Momo. The reason you'd pick Fiddlesticks is he's probably the only viable AP jungler currently. His AoE ultimate, that's one reason you'd pick him, just like a Mumu. Take his blue, and he's severely crippled. Usually, if I play in a Mumu or Fiddlesticks and my blue gets taken, I just get a Fiddlestone that helps out, but you're still crippled. And if you don't get that Fiddlestone, you're just screwed. So yeah, he's also like, what makes him tier 2 is his AoE ult, and it's just hard CC. It just needs nerfed. It's just crazy. Basically, with Fiddlesticks, another con of him is, unlike other junglers, he needs farm and levels, so he can't get behind. You want to rush Zhonya's Hourglass as fast as possible, because if you don't, you're just going to ult in the team fight, and they're just going to focus you or exhaust you, and just wreck you before you can do all your CC and damage and so forth. So he's a strong jungler, just not as strong as other junglers. Next, Gangplank, probably one of the stronger jungle picks currently. He's basically Nunu, the old Nunu. Although he can't really counter jungle very good until he gets wriggles, because he's not really slow, but he's average jungle speed, and Race gives him a hard time. Really, I only start counter jungle really hard when I got wriggles. That way he can farm really fast. But the reason to pick Gangplank is his ganks are scary. His versatility, he can go like a tank, bruiser, or like a really hard carry. And just his ultimate and stuff, and his raise morale is just like great for your AD carry. So, somewhat like Nunu's Blood Boil, except you give AD and movement speed instead of movement speed and attack speed. So combine that with somebody with like Caitlyn, you do a lot of damage, and you can initiate really well. Even with his ultimate, you can initiate a fight with his ultimate. His ultimate is very versatile too. You can steal buffs. It's a free fortify. You can be bot lane and taking out double golems, and the gank comes out top. You throw out your ulti, you help your teammate, he gets a double kill, and you get 2 assists. And it's just crazy good. So just a really versatile champion, and plus his ganks, like his early ganks are amazing. Like, he's just like Nunu, he just comes out of the jungle fast, hits you with a ranged parley, comes up, auto attacks you, stacks that slow, and you're not getting away. You gotta blow a summoner or you're dead. Unless you're strong and you're fed and you can kill Gangplank and whoever's laning. So yeah, Gangplank is a strong pick. He's tier 1 on my tier list that I made. So yeah, on to the next jungler would actually be Jarvan. This guy I really like him, but it seems Riot hates him. He's just been nerfed continuously and continuously. He, at one time, was, I think it was like DreamHack. He was like a really strong pick. Like, he used to be a really good solo top, but then they started playing.
I don't want to get up. I don't want to go to work. I hate mornings. Great, I have 20 minutes. No time for coffee. Hello, my friend.
Can't get it together in the morning? Try 5-Hour Energy. It's simple, effective, and unlike coffee, it's ready right now. No waiting, no hassle.
Let's do this.
5-Hour Energy, the no wait, no hassle way to a great morning.
Him as a jungler, it's like a tanky. You can actually build him tanky or like a tanky bruiser. He can gank as soon as level 2. Pretty good counter jungler too. The only problem that keeps him from tier 2 is that he's just weak in the jungle. Like, they just nerfed his damage so much that he's slow, not as fast as he used to be, and there's just people who does his job better. He does, even though he doesn't do really good, decent damage, he's also a pretty good tank because his CC is like really, really good. AoE CC. He has an AoE knockup. He has his Demacian standard, I believe it is, his E. His little flag that gives you attack speed and armor. It's really good in the team fight. To throw that down, you fly around his flag. Really good pusher with the flag. His ult is really good. You can save your carry. Really good initiator as well. So he's a pretty good jungler. He's just outclassed. I'd say he's outclassed by just about everyone. He's outclassed by. So that's all I have to say for Jarvan. He's a pretty good pick, but not as strong as he used to be. Next is my man, Lee Sin. Lee Singa. This guy is completely awesome in jungle. He's tier 1. For a pretty good reason. Especially all the QQ. I think it's funny how when this guy came out, they said he was garbage. And now, like, he's the most overpowered champion in the game. It's people didn't know how to play him, and they found how to play him, and now they just stomp games with him. He did receive quite a few nerfs. His W, his safeguard, and his Q. As far as my opinion on those nerfs, that's not what makes him strong. The W, well, actually, they're both actually nerfs, but he's very, very mobile. He can counter jungle like crazy. Like, you go to, you know they're at red, you see them at red, right? They're doing red, and they got like a fourth of their HP. You throw a Q at him, you hit it, you jump to him, you hit your E, and auto attack about 2 times, and they're dead. It's just so easy to kill somebody in jungle. And somebody comes for you, just make sure you're carrying a ward and just get the heck out. He can gank as far as level 2. Like, when I'm playing with my team, when I'm playing with Pandemic Gaming, I'll have them leash golems like pretty hard, and I'll finish them before minions get to lane. And I'll gank as far as level 2, and usually force a flash or kill someone, get first blood, so you can gank really early. As far as the nerfs, his Q, the damage wasn't really coming from the ratio. If you build actually damage items like Bloodthirst or whatever, you're just gonna be a glass cannon and die instantly. The damage that comes from his Q, that's everybody's like, oh my god, he's so OP, is the missing health part of his Q. That's a lot of damage, a lot. More than you'd think. His W, the range, it wasn't really too much of range. So that's somewhat of a nerf. His E is strong. It's what makes you be able to duel people. Like Tryndamere, okay, this guy's got like 2.5 attack speed, and he's creating you for thousands. You press E, now he's like he's hitting at 0.7. No wait, it cuts it by like 60%, so you do the math. So that's a strong spell. It's like a really strong exhaust. So yeah, his ult is also pretty good. Like, it's so versatile too. You can like Q to somebody, just throw your Q, ult, and then Q to them. Like that late game, once you have like Warmogs, Atmas, Brutalizer, blah blah blah, whatever. It just like one shots a carry. So yeah, and then you can use your kick, like kick the tank away. It's just so really good. So strong jungle control, strong gank, strong carry, strong tank, strong initiator, strong support, strong. He's just strong. So yeah, that's why he's tier 1. And the top of tier 1 because he just beats everyone else in tier 1 in the jungle. So our next jungler I'm going to talk about is Maokai. I've been seeing an odd one playing Maokai in scrims. Actually doing really good. Maokai excels as far as invasion and actually ganks. It's almost like Lee Sin. He's versatile. You can do your double golems and gank top at level 2 just the same. Strong counter jungle, pretty strong. The only thing is he doesn't do actually as much as damage as Lee Sin does. I actually forgot about him on the tier list because I really haven't played him too much. I played him when he was free, and I've watched the odd one play him. Strong initiator as a tank. You just, what is it called? Arcane shift or something to the person. Just throw your ult down, and everybody fights in that ult, and you win. Just like you take no damage. Also support Maokai is pretty good, and you can do him solo top, but he's still pretty good in jungle. I actually don't think they've actually ran him in a tournament, just in scrims. But overall, he's a pretty good pick. But you have to have the team for him, and that's all I'm gonna say about him. I really haven't had much experience with him, so I'm not gonna actually say too much about him. Okay, to our next, Master Yi. I like to play Master Yi. Just to stomp people. Just to troll. Like, he is easy to shut down. And really, the only reason you'd run Master Yi on your team, if you have a strong fighting comp, like with 4 people, and he can just go and he just split push and farm till late game. So basically, all you want Master Yi to do is farm the whole game and split push until late game, and then still you have to wait until your tanks initiate, and then you wreak havoc. He's really strong late game. Also, why he is not a top jungler pick is his jungle is like so RNG dependent. Like sometimes it'll be like super slow, like slowest in the game. Sometimes it'll be like meh, and sometimes you'll be like, oh my god, I'm jungling like God or something. But also his ganks are pretty bad. He really doesn't have any CC to lock him in place. He has to have red buff to gank, and that's just about it. He's really good at what he does, but he has somebody that does what he does better, and that's Nocturne. He does everything that Yi does and just does it better. So yeah, that's all I have to say about Yi. I don't have him in tier 4, everyone else, just cause he's just not really strong. At low elo, I'll say Jungle Yi, cause like he does everything that you need. Like he can split push, backdoor, wreck people. That has to have that Infinity Edge and can't buy a Chain Vest. So yeah, that's all I'm gonna say about him. Let me see. The next one is Nocturne. Actually, Nocturne is like this second on my list. He's a strong champion. He can gank. His ganking, he can gank at level 2. He can rush gank. He can gank from halfway across the map. He's really good, and he's a strong jungler. At the beginning, he's kind of weak, but he's somebody you wouldn't want to duel in the jungle. He does jungling fast. It basically makes you're supposed to farm. You're supposed to farm most of the game and gank quite a bit. A fed Nocturne is scary. I forget quite what I was talking about because there's yelling in the background. Yeah, he's a fast jungler, and he's a
I don't want to get up. I don't want to go to work. I hate mornings. Great, I have 20 minutes. No time for coffee. Hello, my friend.
Can't get it together in the morning? Try 5-Hour Energy. It's simple, effective, and unlike coffee, it's ready right now. No waiting, no hassle.
Let's do this.
5-Hour Energy, the no wait, no hassle way to a great morning.
strong counter jungler. He can bypass wards with his ult. Like his level 1, his ult when he gets to the 6 is best used for like you go into lane and you do and then they flash with like 2 HP, then you ult to him. That's how you want to use your ult. And then when you have your ult like 2 or 3, that's when you want to use it to initiate from past wards. Strong pick. You can actually go quite a few builds with him. You can actually go tank. He doesn't do damage, but he's a good initiator. It is okay damage. He does tank damage. Damage like your average tank would do. You can actually build him tanky DPS, which I somewhat prefer. That way you can like dive into their team onto the carry and just kill him. And that's what I like to play. I like to play him like an assassin, just somebody like my actual tank initiates the fight, and then they're all piled up, and that Ashe is in the background, in the back, and she's like right clicking, and then just ult the back to her, and it's like, okay, we're gonna duel. I'm gonna win. So you either run away, and I chase you, and you don't get your deeps out, or you die. So yeah, that's the reason you'd want to pick Nocturne. Is he's really good. He's a really good carry. He's mastery, just better. That fear is also pretty strong, and it's just everything about him. He's got a shield, excellent ganker, excellent kit for ganking and doing what he's meant to do. So yeah, and then you have your carry build where you just build glass cannon, you do a lot of damage. You can take a squish out and like you can fly in, and your passive, if you have crit, you can crit like it carries 3/4 of their health. So yeah, that's fun to play too, but he's kind of squishy if you play him that way. That's all I have to say about Nocturne. I have him as tier 2 because he's very versatile and a very fun champ to play, and really good at what he does. You can tell which junglers I really like because I spent a lot of time on them. Talking about him, Nunu. We're gonna talk about Nunu now. Nunu? I love Nunu, but Riot hates him. Just like Jarvan. Nunu used to be like tier 1. He used to be Lee Sin's place. Nunu was like crazy good in the jungle. Crazy counter jungler. He was like Lee Sin and Gangplank put together. You'd come out with Blood Boil and perma slow someone, and it was like Gangplank, like you either flashed or you died. He ganked to level 2 or whatever. His might before it got nerfed, you could just counter jungle the heck out of someone. Even some Nunus even started in the other jungle, which was quite funny. Now he's okay. He's tier 2 because he's really good, but you you gotta have him on a certain team. Like, his team has to support him. He can't do what tier 1 junglers do. Like, you can fit them on almost any team. You have to have a specific team to put him on. Say you'd have Ashe or Morgana. If you have them on your team, that'd be a pretty good. That'd be a pretty good team to have Nunu on. He can still counter jungle, but you actually have to consume to about level 2. You actually get quite dangerously low at blue. Surprisingly, like the damage on that you consume is. And you look at it, you think it'd be unnoticeable, but it's actually, you quite notice it, and it's really hard. I don't really play Nunu as much as I used to. I used to play him quite frequently when I started jungling, but now he's just metacore, mediocre. He just doesn't excel at. He excels at certain things, but people do it better than him. So that's all I'm gonna say about him. Next is Olaf. Olaf is almost like Master Yi. You farm all game, and then you just kill everyone late game. The problem is, in today's meta, with like Lee Sin, Udyr, Trundle, Nunu, like all this counter jungling metagame hurts him so much because he jungles like really fast, but he jungles at low health. It's so easy to counter jungle. It's just not funny. So that's the reason he's not really a strong pick. He actually carries really, really good. His ganks are okay. In my opinion, he needs a buff. Like, he's the only person, like, that does the job, but he does the same job as, like, Udyr, Gangplank, Nocturne, Lee Sin, Trundle. The only thing is, he has no gap closer. He has his axe, that's it. And that's a skill shot and hard to hit. So yeah, he's not really, his ult is really good, but he just isn't as good as everyone else. So that's why he's not too much of a valuable pick. You can run him. Actually, I've been seeing some people actually starting to run him solo top, and he excels better there because you don't have to be low health to farm. So yeah. Next is Rammus. Gosh, this is a long list. Rammus. I have him as tier 2. He's pretty good. He has pretty good ganks. He's slow in jungle. He's actually fast at early levels, and later levels he gets really, really slow. Rammus, as Rammus, you have to get fed in jungle to actually make a big impact on the game, and it's not really that hard to get fed as him. You just roll out of the jungle and taunt someone, and your teammate just follows up with the damage. Another thing with Rammus is you can CV him at double golds, and in 2 minutes he'll be up top the gank. So it's really something he excels at. I've been seeing him run in some scrims, not really in any tournaments, but he's still a strong pick and quite viable, to be honest. He's a pretty good tank, pretty good initiator. He's not like, I'd say, Jarvan or a member or somebody like that. He's more of a defensive tank. Say for instance, somebody starts attacking your carry and you just taunt them off. That's the kind of initiation he brings to the table. So overall, a strong pick and actually quite viable, especially after some of the buffs he's received. And he's also OP in Dominion. Just throwing that out there, although that doesn't even pertain to this subject. Shaco. Shaco is like low elo. Like, if I was talking about solo queue, I'd say jungle Shaco. He's one of the top tier, cause just people don't know how to deal with a Shaco. Backdooring, always escaping, ganking at level 2, killing someone just cause you can't even see a smoke. The only thing is in competitive play, you're more organized, unlike solo queue where everybody's like, oh, quit feeding Shaco, you're no, they're like, okay, there's Shaco blue, mid, be careful, play defensive, and stuff like that, and you can also just destroy him by coming and popping his boxes. slows him down. He's a pretty good counter jungler. The only thing is, if you counter jungle him back, it actually hurts him. He's not a really strong jungler in his jungle. He can escape, but that's about it. There's actually stronger duelers than him. So that's all I'm going to say about him. He's not really a competitive pick for ranged. Although he's really good in solo queues, so that's about all I'm going to say about him. I'm going to try to go through here fast because I'm taking quite a bit of time. Shin. Shin is actually a pretty good jungler. He's quite slow though, but you can fix that with wriggles. Shin is like Master E, except he's a tank. You split push with him later in the game, and then when somebody engages, you just ulti to him and taunt and win the team fight. Excuse me. His ganks are okay. He's just outclassed by other people. Plus he's slow and not a very duelist. He's an okay jungler. He's just not really a competitive pick. He used to be, like, a long time ago, like, one of the top jungling tanks when all the tanks were jungling. So that's all I'm going to say about him.
I don't want to get up. I don't want to go to work. I hate mornings. Great, I have 20 minutes. No time for coffee. Hello, my friend.
Can't get it together in the morning? Try 5-Hour Energy. It's simple, effective, and unlike coffee, it's ready right now. No waiting, no hassle.
Let's do this.
5-Hour Energy, the no wait, no hassle way to a great morning.
Scion. I've jungled with Scion a couple times. You can gank at level 2, start at double golems. You can go AP or AD. I usually go AD. He's pretty good in jungle. There's just better picks than him. That's all I'm gonna say about him. Skarner. This guy right here, he sucks. That's basically the best way to explain it. He's like a Moo and Fiddle. He's blue puff dependent. The jungle at a fast speed. His ganks are, they don't really suck. If you can pull off continuous Qs and stuff, you can do pretty good. The only thing is, when you start team fighting and stuff, he just brings nothing to the team. He just sucks. That's all I have to say about him. The only useful thing he does is his ult, and that's like, what, half a second, and he's like, pfft. Okay, well, now what do? I just sit here and do nothing. So that's all I have to say about him. I actually bought this guy with RP because I heard he's going to be a jungler and stuff, and I was so excited, and then I got him and I was like, oh crap, I hate myself. So that's all I'm going to say about him. Next one is Trundle. Trundle is so underestimated. I know Jat from, was it Dignitas or something? I think it's Dignitas. Anyways, he likes Jack. He likes Trundle. Trundle is so underestimated. Like, he's really good at counter jungling. He's good at ganking. He's good at invading. He's fast. He's a fast jungler. Why I like Trundle is especially in solo queue, and he can just turn games around. Like, if the other team's fed, you can make yourself fed. You can be like 0-14 and queue a Tryndamere with Infinity Edge and Bloodthirster and all this, like, he's critting for 1,000. You can queue him, cripple him, and now you're that Tryndamere. And you're doing tons of damage. And you ult their tank, and their tank's like really, really squishy, and you're like this troll. And you just like he's just like a debuffer. Don't really need too much farm really with him. Like, once you get late game with Trundle, he can actually carry with like Trinity Force and the tank items. He's just amazing, just for his kit. And he's also really good for kiting. His wall is really good for kiting, and his W makes him not that much affected by the CC. You can gank is level 4. his Baron and Dragon control is really good because he just ults and just cripples them and takes them out so fast. He can actually solo. No, I'm not playing a game. Not right now. Anyways, you can actually solo Dragon at level 6 by yourself and do it pretty fast. But I don't recommend that, especially in a range, because it's going to be warded most of the time. Just Trundle is so amazing. I just love playing him as him, and he's very viable. That's why he's tier 1. Although Udyr gameplay Nocturne and Lee Sin are better than Trundle, I must say. But he's very underestimated, and I just believe he's actually overpowered. If you know how to play him, he's just really, really strong. Next is Tryndamere. Low Yellow, Stomper, Crusher, Crit. Yeah, you know the story. Tryndamere got like a remake here a while back. He got Rage instead of Elf. It was somewhat of a nerf. It did nerf his jungle. They actually said it buffed his jungle, but it nerfed it. He isn't as much as RNG dependent like Yi is now. He actually crits quite frequently with his Rage. He just has stronger jungle picks. He can actually counter jungle pretty good. The only thing with Tryndamere is he's a good pick, like if they have no CC, like no stuns, especially if they have no stuns or no suppressions or anything, and you hit late game. Oh my gosh, the damage you can do! You can just destroy people. And Tryndamere is a strong pick, especially at low elo. But as far as competitively, he's not a strong pick. He can be easily shut down if you're organized and you know how to deal with him. Exhaust Ignite when he ults, ignore him and just let him die. So yeah, that's just about it. And he's pretty easy to counter jungle. So yeah, that's all I'm going to say about him. And we actually got 3 more junglers. We got Udyr, one of my favorite junglers too. Udyr is really, really versatile. I remember when, like, I first started playing him and they was like, yo, you gotta jungle with Udyr, he sucks in lane. And then people started landing with him and he's like, oh my gosh, this is the most overpowered champion in the game. And, so yeah, he did receive quite a few nerfs to his Q and his W. There was a bug where W would proc Wriggles and you get like this massive lifesteal and mana back. But overall he's a strong jungler. He's very versatile. He can counter jungle really well. He can gank early. He can go different builds. You can go DPS and do Tiger jungle, which you run out of jungle and you press Q and you do like a strong burst. Or you can go like a tank and go Phoenix and clear the jungle like super fast and clear it at fast speeds. You can actually counter jungle better with Phoenix. You're just really more versatile with Phoenix. I'll explain the difference between Phoenix and Tiger. So basically he's just a really strong pick and he can just fill a bunch of roles and does it really well. And Phoenix is good for fast jungling. It does the same damage as Tiger. It's just you have to hit him 3 times. It does more deeps than Tiger. Tiger is like really mana dependent and then Phoenix isn't. And that's about the only difference between Tiger and Phoenix. And no, I'm not playing a game, so shut up. That's all I have to say about Udyr. Really strong pick. I know Jat likes to play him from Ding Toss. And actually, St. Vicious was carrying quite a few games back, like from China and from the IG and whatever the tournament was yesterday. Actually carried as Udyr. So a really strong pick. He can carry really well. Scary late game if you let him farm. He just like demolishes everyone. And that's about it. Next one, Warwick. Change the skin. Warwick is the first jungler I started jungling with, and I love Warwick, and he's my best jungler, my best champion. I can lane him, I can jungle with him. If I become whatever famous and actually do tournament stuff, they're going to ban Warwick against me. I can guarantee you that. Just really good at Warwick. He's actually a slow jungler. Until he gets wriggles, of course, or even magics. You don't really need wriggles. Although he's very versatile, you can start anywhere, do anything. You can counter jungle really well. As far as ganking, pretty 6, he sucks at it. Basically, you know, become a farm bot and just farm the jungle 24/7, and then you're going to then once you hit 6, you just want to gank the lanes like crazy. Once you hit 6, his ult, the suppression, if you play it right, and especially when you're playing in range, because you're actually communicating, it's just like a sure kill. So easy to get kills with. So strong. Late game, you can build him different things. Like, he's really versatile in his builds. Like, I build him as a tank. Like, I get Spare Visage, let's see, Sunfire, Wit's End, I get Frozen Heart, Banshees, and you just sit there and you queue and you just tank everybody, and you don't die. Like, I 1v3'd once and killed a Nocturne. Wow, people was even healing him and stuff. He's just so tanky, and he's like a tanky DPS, except you can build full tank and not buy any DPS items. Maybe Wit's End. Or you can like go like Blood Razor and be the tank killer. So much you can do with Warwick. The only reason he's not tier 1 is there is people better than him. That's basically the only reason he's not tier 1. I love the put him in tier 1. I just love Warwick, but the people in tier 1 is actually better than Warwick. That's all I'm going to say about him. Okay, our last...
I don't want to get up. I don't want to go to work. I hate mornings. Great, I have 20 minutes. No time for coffee. Hello, my friend.
Can't get it together in the morning? Try 5-Hour Energy. It's simple, effective, and unlike coffee, it's ready right now. No waiting, no hassle.
Let's do this.
5-Hour Energy, the no wait, no hassle way to a great morning.
Best jungler is out. Riot hates this guy just as much as they hate Jarvan. Really good at low elo. He can stomp a lot of people. He can do early ganks. Pretty strong. It's just people do it better than him, and he's easily shut down, easily kited in ranged and competitive play. Not really that viable. He just jungles really fast, good duelist, blah blah blah. Just he's okay, he's just not really on par with the other junglers. So that's all I'm going to say right now about the junglers. That's all I had planned to say. Here's my tier list. Lee Sin first, Nocturne, Gangplank, Goodyear, Trundle. And then tier 2 you have Amumu, Warwick, Fiddlesticks, Nunu, Rammus. Tier 3 you have Jarvan, Zinzao, Tryndamere, Cho'Gath, Master Yi. Tier 4 everyone else. That's about all I have to say about junglers. I've been jungling ever since, like, I've been jungling with Warwick with no rune since I was like level 5. So I have quite a few experience with counter jungling, and I can do quite a bit actually stuff in the jungle pretty well. And that's really all I have to say about it's really all I wanted to talk about. And see you on Summoner Shift and whatever. That's like a closing things. So that's all I want to say. And
okay, so that's the video.